This video is going to look at auto-grading quizzes in Microsoft Forms and Google Forms. So both of these products have the functionality that you can auto-grade some types of questions within your quizzes. This means you can have forms that give instant feedback to learners, but also that you could have some forms that you have parts already done, so it reduces your overall marking workload. So in Microsoft Forms, auto-grading kicks in for any multiple choice, text or ranking questions. If you have the question marked or entered with the correct answer to a question, by default your quiz setting will show results automatically, which means after the students submit the quiz, they can click a button to view the results. You can automatically give the students specific feedback based on the answers they pick in response to multiple choice questions, but you can also choose when learners see the results straight away or when you release them. The functionality is very similar in Google Forms. I'm going to show you both, starting with Microsoft Forms. So in both you need to choose new quiz rather than form. So I'm going to choose quiz, and instead of I could go through creating the questions, instead I'm going to show you one where I filled in the questions so you don't have to watch me typing out questions. But if I click on this question, this is a reading comprehension based on the book Holes, you'll see in multiple choice questions there's tick boxes down the side. Here you can tick the right answer. So the right answer to this one is by bus. But you can also, with a little speech bubble, send a message to those who choose this answer. So by bus, let's go, well done, correct answer, something like that. And I could say, sorry, it was by bus, something like that. You would do specific to your whatever your learners are teaching. Do also remember, if you're wanting learners to answer every question, make sure you mark them as required, particularly in a multiple choice thing, so they're not skipping accidentally. You can also have multiple answers as right if you choose the multiple answers button. Now this works on multiple choice. It doesn't work on long questions, but it works on short questions. Now I've added a short question here. So what is special about the name Stanley Yelnats? So what's special? It's the same backwards. Okay, so I could add a correct answer. It's the same backwards. Now you'll notice this works best when there's only a set word or phrase that could be the answer. People could say that answer in several different ways. You could type in enough, but it's not clever enough. It will just match the exact one. But maybe it's enough that you can double check the ones that got it wrong, and if they were close enough, you can change it at a later point to update their score. You can also do it for ranking questions. So list in the correct order. So if I've listed in the correct order, so it'll automatically check the order. So if I went to preview this form and I choose by bus, and I just choose a few other ones, it's the same backwards, no fair, blah blah blah, submit, complete, and then I could view my results. So you can see I got that one right and it gives me the feedback. I didn't get that right, because it put it in a random order, of course, and then it got it correct. It recognized I'd said the same thing. So if I go back, I can show you in the settings where you can change the setting to show results automatically to off, and then it'll show it at a different time. I'll now show you the same in Google Forms. So when you're in Google Forms, you can select blank quiz or just say blank, and if you go to settings and make this a quiz, it'll automatically become a quiz, and you can say release the marks immediately after submission or later after manual review. So that's where it comes in. But if we look at my example form, same questions. How did Stanley arrive? So to get to the answers, you go to answer key and then you tick the right one. So here we are, and click done. Also in that option, you were able to add answer feedback. And then for text answers, you can add an answer key and answer feedback. So if I change that to short answer, it should be able to give a correct answer. Same with Microsoft Forms, and it'll work on other question types as well. That is self-grading quizzes in Microsoft Forms and Google Forms.